back to the LCP Digital Learning Channel. Today I have a special guest with me,
Jeremy Wagner.
Jeremy's going to be walking you guys through how to set up and administer some online tests in Eduphoria. So we're going to jump into his screen right now.
All right, so the first thing you want to do when you're delivering an online assessment through Aware or through Eduphoria is log in Eduphoria, access Aware, and if you have tests active, make sure you're on the Analyze tab. You'll see this blue button that says Test Available. Click Test Available. And then there are several different options across the top center of the screen. If you have tests that you've created yourself, they'll appear in My Teacher Tests. This example, there are several teacher tests visible. If you're looking to do just a unit assessment or something created by the district, you'll go to District Assessments. Now you'll notice it's collapsed. Just hit the plus sign to expand it. And then these are all of the active unit assessments for you as you're logged in. For this example, I'm just going to show you how to do this accelerated Unit 5 assessment. You'll access the test. Check just the class period that you want to deliver that test in, because we have found that if you keep the test activated across all periods throughout the day, kids can access the test later after they've left your class and change their answers. So you want to activate and close each class period as you go throughout the day. So check first period in this particular case, then come down to the bottom right and click Start Online Testing. A window will pop up. It'll give you two options. To begin your test, hit the green play button. When you're done with the period, hit the stop red button, and that will actually deactivate the test on the student side. The students must access the test using this URL. That URL is relatively complicated, so I wouldn't just display it on the board and have the kids type it in. You'll be getting issues and errors, and you'll spend 10 minutes trying to get kids logged in. So do a little bit of front-loaded preparation. Come and access this URL. You can do it just following the steps we've done so far. Command-C to copy it. Open a new tab. Go just search for a QR code generator. Any of these will work just fine. Paste in the URL with Command-V, create your QR code, and it makes it right here for you. You can snip it, and then you've got the QR code ready to go, and you can send that, make copies, put it on desks, put it on tables, tape it up to your walls. Alternatively, if you are savvy with Google Classroom, copy the URL, paste it into Google Classroom, and send it to your students as an assignment or an announcement, and the kids can access the URL that way with ease. Once the kids have accessed the assessment, you'll hit that green Start, and then I'm going to show you how this looks on the student side. We'll talk about the student side, and then we'll come back and show you how to stop the assessment. All right, so I'm going to show you how the student will access the test using the QR code example. If you're using Google Classroom, just have the kids go through Google Classroom, click on the link, and it'll pop up straight through Safari. So they'll go to the Camera app. Camera app has an embedded QR code scanner. Once they scan the QR code, they hit the thing that pops up at the top, and then it'll take them straight to the student login page so they can access tests. The student is going to log in using their student ID number. The password is the same as the password to get into Lubbock-Cooper's Wi-Fi. If you're not sure about that one, contact one of your administrators, one of your tech campus supports, curriculum instruction. Any of them can help you with that password. Once the student's logged in, this screen will populate with all of the tests that the student actually has activated. Now, this particular student has several tests activated, and this helps me emphasize the point that if you don't deactivate the test, the student can actually go in and re-access the test and change any of their answers at any time. So make sure you're starting and stopping those tests. So let's say that we're dealing with that Unit 5 Accelerated Science test. Now the student pops up, and on the left side of the screen you have a pane for the question. On the right side of the screen you have a pane for all the student responses. Important buttons, top right, the red one is to log off. You can go back to the test list as a student. Bottom right, the student can save their test progress by clicking the blue Save Test button, and then the green Score Test button is the dangerous one. If you click that Score Test button before you're actually done, you'll have to contact the curriculum instruction department and get them to delete that student's answer sheet in order to have the student go back in and retake that assessment. So really emphasize with your kids, don't hit the Score Test button until you are 100% done. Once the student's ready to go through the test, they can use the navigation buttons down at the bottom. Next, we'll take them to the next question. You can see the questions changed, the answer choices have changed. As they pick their answer, as they move on, it'll save their answers as they go. So you can go back and see on question 5, my answer's still saved. And questions that have pictures with them, the pictures are visible as well. And like I said, when the student's done, they can either save or score this test. Now, because I'm not actually trying to submit this test for this student, I'm just going to log off and not save any of my progress. If you have any questions about this particular piece, feel free to email help@lcsd.net or contact Curriculum Instruction. We'd be happy to help you out. Back on the teacher side. As you're giving the assessment, you'll notice that the screen that allowed you to hit the play or the stop might have disappeared once you actually activated. Just make sure you have the same class period selected, click the Start Online Testing button again, and then hit Stop. Once you hit Stop, it will deactivate that test on the student side, and the student will no longer be able to access that particular test. And when you're done, feel free to go into Aware, access your information. Once the students have actually submitted this online, the upload is instantaneous, and you get to avoid the hassle of having to go and scan your Scantrons. To access the unit assessment scores, just refresh your Analyze tab, go to the class period that just finished their test, click Unit Assessment, access your subject, access the grade, year and then the grade, and then pick the exam that you want to see. When you pick the exam that the kids just tested, it'll immediately populate with every kid that has it finished, show your percent scores, whether or not they were satisfactory, etc. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. You can contact me directly at jwagnerlcsd.net or reach out to Aaron or the technology team.
If you found this video helpful, make sure and hit that like button.
To make sure you get more videos like this, be sure to click right here to subscribe and to click the bell to make sure you get notifications.
If you'd like to submit a topic or concept for future videos, there's a link in the description down below.
And if you're looking for more digital learning tips and tricks, make sure to follow us on Twitter.